Part summary. Macbeth also remembers the Banquo's prophecy, so he hires 3 men to kill Banquo and his son Fleance. The men succeeded in killing Banquo, but Fleance escaped. Macbeth becomes furious as he fears that his power remains insecure as long as Fleance remains alive. At a banquet, Banquo's ghost enters and sits in Macbeth's place. Macbeth raves fearfully, startling his guests as the ghost is visible only to Macbeth. Lady Macbeth pacifies all the guests, saying her husband is merely afflicted with a familiar and harmless malady. The ghost departs and returns back to create riotous anger and fear in Macbeth. So he visits the 3 witches once again and asks them to reveal the truth of their prophecies. Here appears the Cauldron Scene. The witches summon horrible apparitions, each of which offer predictions and further prophecies to allay Macbeth's fear. The witches give 3 prophecies. First, they conjure an armoured head which tells Macbeth to beware of Macduff. Second, a bloody child tells him that no one born of a woman shall be able to harm him. Third, a crowned child holding a tree states that Macbeth will be safe until Great Birnam Wood comes to Dunsinane Hill. Macbeth feels relieved and secure because he knows that all men are born of women and forests cannot move. Macbeth also asked whether Banquo's son will ever reign in Scotland. Witches make him realize all of Banquo's sons will acquire kingship in numerous countries. After all, witches perform a dance and leave. Lennox enters and is informed that Macduff has fled to England. Macbeth orders the slaughter of Macduff, his wife and children. Although Macduff is no longer in his castle, everyone in his castle was put to death, including his wife, Lady Macduff, and young son. Meanwhile, Lady Macbeth becomes wrecked with guilt from the crime she and her husband have committed. At night in the king's palace at Dunsinane, a doctor and a gentlewoman discuss Lady Macbeth's strange habit of sleepwalking. Lady Macbeth enters with a candle in her hand, bemoaning the murders of King Duncan, Lady Macduff and Banquo. Her belief that nothing can wash away the blood on her hands is an ironic reversal of her earlier claim to Macbeth that a little water clears us of this deed. In England, Macduff is informed by Ross that his entire family is slaughtered. Macduff is stricken with grief and vows revenge. Prince Malcolm, Duncan's son, has succeeded in raising an army in England, and Macduff joins him as he rides to Scotland to challenge Macbeth's forces. They are also supported by Scottish nobles who are frightened by the murderous behavior of Macbeth. While Prince Malcolm's army encamped in Birnam Wood, the soldiers were ordered to cut down and carry tree limbs for their camouflage. Macbeth receives news that Lady Macbeth has killed herself, causing him to sink into a deep and pessimistic despair and deliver his tomorrow soliloquy. Although he was certain that witches' prophecies guaranteed his invincibility, he was struck with fear when he learnt that the English army was advancing on Dunsinane, shielded with boughs cut from Birnam Wood, an apparent fulfillment of one of the prophecies. A battle starts between Macduff and Macbeth. Macbeth boasts that he has no fear of Macduff, as he cannot be killed by any man born of woman. Macduff declares that he was from his mother's womb, untimely ripped, and is not of woman born, fulfilling the second prophecy. Macbeth realizes that he misinterprets witches' prophecies. Macduff kills Macbeth and beheads him, fulfilling the remaining prophecies. Malcolm has now become the King of Scotland,